All right, so hello everyone. We are happy that you all are with us today so you can learn a little bit about our initiative. And for our initiative, which is Mascot Michiana, we have our signature logo in the middle, which is the three masks. And then we have our two hashtags. The first one being hashtag in this together, which is the Indiana statewide hashtag that we wanted to make sure that we incorporated into our initiative. And then we have our hashtag, which is hashtag Mascot Michiana. And then so for the surrounding logos on the screen, those are our partnering agency through Mobilizing Family Supports Coalition, which is what Mascot Michiana falls under. And we are Mascot Michiana.
In developing our initiative, we wanted to come up with a mission statement that would direct us. And that mission is St. Joseph County is taking action and setting their priorities on our communities through the Mascot Michiana initiative. This initiative is committed to providing accessible, quality information and resources that will help Michiana stay safe, connected, and protected. And in order to achieve this mission of keeping Michiana safe, we wanted to have a goal of having 70 to 80% of the community wear masks in public spaces in order to flatten the curve and create a new normal. And we found that this 70 to 80% number was supported by various scientific articles about the pandemic. In order to achieve this goal, we came up with a method of focusing on changing people's perceptions around masks. And we hope to do this by providing quality and accessible information about why people should wear masks. And before we dive into the main part of our presentation, we just wanted to note some ways that you can help us and support us in our initiative. So one thing is to help us with our Mascot Michiana Day event, which will be on June 26th and July 24th. You can do this by purchasing masks or just coming out to support us. If you would also attend and or fund other community events that we'll be planning in the future, that would be very helpful. And sharing our initiative information on social media, as well as the St. Joseph County Department of Health's recommendations and guidelines. And you can do this through our Facebook, Mascot Michiana, or Instagram at Mascot Michiana. So as we noted, in order to achieve our goal, we wanted to change people's perceptions. So we thought it was first important to identify what those perceptions are. On the one hand, there are positive perceptions, such as that masks can be fashionable, or that there are a variety of masks that people can wear. And we thought this was a good way for people to personalize them or to make it accessible for people to be a part of the initiative. Especially important is this allows people to actively participate in keeping their community safe. And it's a way for them to show solidarity as they wear masks in order to protect those that they love and those who are vulnerable. This also helps us to avoid another lockdown in the future. On the other hand, there are negative perceptions surrounding the wearing of masks. For some people, they found the guidelines to be inconsistent or confusing. Before, the CDC was recommending that healthy people not wear masks in public spaces, and now it's recommended that they do. And so for some people, it's hard to decide what they should do now. For others, they think that wearing a mask shows fear or weakness towards the pandemic. They think that they want to be strong through the pandemic and not be afraid of contracting the virus. So they think that wearing a mask would show that fear. For others, masks are uncomfortable. There's discomfort, especially for those with respiratory diseases associated with wearing them. And we also thought that masks required the acceptance of a new normal. People aren't really used to wearing masks in public spaces in our community, but that's the type of thing that we're trying to move towards. We also noted that there are stereotypes associated with wearing masks for men in general and Black men in particular when it comes to masculinity and security and safety. So now that we've identified what those perceptions are, we want to know how we can change them. On the one hand, we want to reinforce the positive. We want to have community meetings for designing and making masks, and we want to have events to create masks with school logos or other emblems as a way to personalize it and allow people to feel like they're representing who they are or what their community stands for. We also want to support community members who make masks and celebrate businesses who enforce the wearing of masks. We want to picture community members wearing masks in order to emphasize solidarity throughout our community. And we also want to hold community events to inform Michiana residents about the importance of wearing a mask. This kind of ties into how we hope to transform the negative perceptions. We think it's especially important to provide understandable and up-to-date information about why wearing masks is important. We've also done research about the most comfortable and effective masks to make so that people will have an easier time breathing through them. We want to address the stereotypes and create masks that make Black men feel safe and also men feel secure when wearing them. We want to use and create slogans that focus on hope rather than instilling fear. We don't really want to run a fear campaign, which is why we're using hashtags like in this together that show that sense of solidarity that we're hoping to build. We also think it's important to recognize that this virus is new, and so the information is constantly changing. So we hope to encourage the community to be flexible and to learn with us, because since we're always learning new things about the pandemic, we want to convey that information as quickly as possible in a way that keeps the community up to date without confusing them. So we also wanted to identify the rationale behind why we stay masked up. So we know that the virus is spread mainly through droplet transmission, and that 50 to 75% of people are asymptomatic or they have mild symptoms, and so they can infect others in this way if they exhale droplets containing the virus. So with this new information, it leads to a new recommendation that even healthy people should wear cloth masks in public spaces. And so this universal face mask wearing is encouraged because it can reduce the spread and protect those that we love and those who are vulnerable from being infected through this droplet transmission. So if we combine masking up and social distancing with proper hygiene, it can lead to reduced spread, which leads to a healthy community.
And as I mentioned briefly at the beginning of the presentation, the three masks will be our signature logo with our two hashtags. And then for the third logo, this is a community-wide effort in keeping families safe and protected during this time. And we thought a logo of a family all wearing their masks together would best represent that. And the ways in which we will be taking action through this initiative is simply creating content for Michiana to enjoy. But this also means producing content that all generations can relate to. The first billboard plays off the saying, got milk, but instead got mask with a cute milk mustache. And then the second one, although those are currently Google images, we want Michiana residents up there holding poster boards with their whys, of simply asking them who they personally wear their mask for. And then for this billboard, we want principals, athletes, local doctors, students ranging from elementary to high, all being familiar faces that the community can look up and point to and say, look, mom, wow, that's my principal up there. Or wow, that's my student. I'm so proud of her. And we're hoping when people see familiar faces, this will further encourage the residents of Michiana to wear their masks in public spaces. And then the mask you see now, as I previously mentioned, or as Love previously mentioned, the goal of this initiative is not to instill fear with the hopes of compliance, but rather we want to encourage our community to wear masks. And one of the ways to do that is simply just celebrating and promoting those who are making masks during this time. So the mask you see now are masked by Miss Wanda, one of our team members. Actually, this is her mother's mask. She saw the importance of making masks and took action. She has been extremely thoughtful with her work, coming up with creative solutions of making masks that are comfortable and that the community can enjoy them. And through our initiative, we are taking the time to celebrate her and those just like her. And I want to make sure that I mention that this initiative is going to be successful through community efforts. And we wanted to depict that with a collage of our community. So the current collage that we have now, we have some of our team members up there, I'm up there, my lovely boyfriend's up there, and we're all wearing our mask correctly and properly. But I wanted to take the time to make sure that I pointed out the children that are up there. Thank you, Love. Love is circling them right now. Those are one of our team members, Miss Shanika. Those are her children. And we wanted to take the time to highlight them because youth during this time is extremely important, and educating them is going to be critical. we see that the youth's voice has started to become extremely influential for change, and we wanted to make sure that we exemplified their importance through this initiative. And then, so for the purpose of this collage, it could be used in many ways for billboards, posters, flyers. But honestly, we wanted you all to take this collage and make it your own. If you work at an organization, we want you all to put pictures of your coworkers up there. If you work at a school or a university, we want to make sure that you put your students up there. We just want to make sure that we produce content out there that further pushes this community-wide effort and keeping everyone safe and how we're all in this together. And again, as Love mentioned, ways that you can help is simply we're going to have a mass distribution event. We're going to have two of them, which is June 26th and July 24th. And we encourage you all to purchase masks to bring to the event or just to simply come out and volunteer. And then another way that you can get involved, as Love mentioned, is follow us on Facebook and Instagram and at Mascot Michiana. This is where you will find the most current, up-to-date information all about Mascot Michiana and also how others in the community are making a difference as well.
So our next to last slide just describes some additional evidence and resources, not just related to our Mascot Michiana initiative, but also to the Mobilizing Family Supports initiative in general. So the first link is to the CDC and explains the proper ways to make and clean masks. The second link is from the scientific community and provides a rationale for universal face mask usage and why they encourage it. And the last link is to a discussion between Governor Holcomb and his medical associates, discussing the relationship between the pandemic and mental health, especially adverse childhood experiences.
And again, we just wanted to thank you all so much for taking the time to listen today. If you have any questions or would like to receive a copy of this presentation and access to our folder that contains logos, flyers, and research supporting our initiative, please email us at mascotmichiana@gmail.com and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Again, thank you for listening and have a great day.